I remember the chill of that October evening like it was yesterday. The leaves outside my apartment swirled in a golden dance, but inside, my world felt frozen. My phone buzzed, and when I saw her name, my heart sank before I even opened the message. It was her. My wife. "Don't wait, Jason's here," it read. At first, I stared at it, hoping my eyes were betraying me, hoping some cruel autocorrect had turned a mundane text into something catastrophic. But no, every word burned with undeniable clarity. Jason. My heart skipped a beat and then sank. Jason, the man she had insisted was just a friend. The man I'd trusted. I put my phone down for a moment, the room suddenly suffocating, and I tried to breathe. My mind raced. How long had this been going on? How many times had I been fooled by her laughter, her kisses, her sweet reassurances that I was her world? I felt anger, betrayal, and a piercing heartbreak all at once. But there was something else, calm clarity. The kind that comes when a man knows exactly what he must do, even if it hurts. I didn't reply immediately. I couldn't. I wanted to. I wanted to text her back, 100 scathing things at once, but I knew the first message would be impulsive, and impulsive never solves anything. Instead, I opened my laptop and quietly called in a favor from someone I trusted implicitly, a private investigator I had worked with years ago on an unrelated matter. Within minutes, arrangements were made. I gave the investigator Jason's address and a simple instruction: document everything tonight. I sat back in my chair and watched the shadows on the wall, each one stretching longer as the night deepened. My chest ached, not from the betrayal itself, but from the quiet satisfaction of knowing I was about to uncover the full extent of it. I had always promised myself that if this ever happened, I would confront the truth without hysteria. I would be calm, meticulous, and leave no room for excuses. Minutes turned into hours. Finally, around midnight, I got a secure link from the investigator. Video footage, clear as daylight, showing the two of them at a quiet bar downtown. My stomach churned as I saw her laugh at his jokes, the way she leaned into him, the touch of her hand brushing his arm. I felt a surge of fury, but more than that, a profound sadness. This wasn't just a momentary lapse, it was a choice, a repeated decision to betray the life we had built together. But I didn't confront her yet. That wasn't my plan. I needed her to feel the full weight of her words before I ever spoke. I crafted my reply carefully, every word precise, designed not to explode but to cut straight to the core. I typed, "Thanks for letting me know." Nothing else. No anger, no panic, just a simple acknowledgement of her message. I hit send and put the phone down. The next morning, she walked in, her usual confident stride slightly off balance, sensing perhaps that something was different. She tried to flirt, to smile, to pull me into our morning routine, but I was detached, almost cold. She frowned, a flicker of fear crossing her features. "Did you get my text?" she asked, a little too casually. "I did," I said softly, and then I added something I knew would haunt her, "and I understand now." Her eyes widened. "Understand what?" she whispered, panic creeping in. I didn't answer immediately. I simply handed her a tablet. On the screen was the footage from last night, time-stamped and undeniable. There they were, laughing, leaning close, sharing secrets that should have been mine. She gasped, her hand flying to her mouth, her eyes darting between the screen and me, searching for any sign that this was a mistake, a fabrication, anything. "I see everything now," I said, my voice steady, almost eerily calm. "All those nights you told me you were with your friends, the trips you claimed were for work. Jason was with you. And you didn't even think I'd notice." She tried to speak, to protest, but the words caught in her throat. I watched her crumble, not the dramatic, crying act one might expect, but a quiet, hollow defeat. She had been so confident, so certain that she could hide the truth, and now, in the face of undeniable evidence, there was nothing left. "I don't even know why I married you," I continued, my voice soft but cutting. "Not because I'm angry. I don't recognize you anymore. And that's more painful than any fight could ever be." She sank into the nearest chair, tears welling in her eyes, but it was too late. No apology could erase the months of deceit, no words could undo the damage. And I had learned a lesson in the most brutal way imaginable: trust, once broken, leaves scars that never fully heal. I left the house that day with my head held high. I didn't shout, I didn't fight, I didn't beg for an explanation. I walked out, knowing that I had done everything in my power to face betrayal with dignity. The city felt different as I wandered through it, the air lighter, the weight lifted, even as my heart still throbbed with pain. Weeks later, I changed my locks, cut all ties, and started rebuilding my life. I focused on friends who were loyal, on work that inspired me, and on remembering who I was before she ever became a shadow over my happiness. And though the memory of that text, "Don't wait, Jason's here," would linger, it no longer had the power to control me. In the end, the real victory wasn't about revenge or exposure. It was about reclaiming myself, refusing to be a victim, and understanding that some betrayals are so deep that the only way to heal is to walk away entirely. And as I watched the sun rise one morning, free from the lies, I realized that the best revenge was simply living well, beyond her reach, beyond her lies, beyond her